Hey. Okay, I think we're live. Okay. I wanted to start by saying, Jean, I read your message and that's not good. I hope you're all right. I'm so sorry that you had that experience. Are you okay now? Did you do any damage? What was the what did they tell you? Did they send you home with some painkillers? Did you hurt anything badly? Because if you ended up in emergency, that's not very good. I'm waiting for the day I trip over one of my cats. I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm so sorry to hear it happen to you. So sorry. Okay. Hello, everyone. Yes, Cookie says hi, Jenny. Yes, I know. The cats will just flop around your feet. Exactly right, Jenny. So, yeah, I hope you're better. Hey, Katrina, nice to see you. It's Sunday night. I see we've already got, oh my gosh, we've already got 15 people here. That's awesome. You know, I'm just delighted that you guys tune in to see me live on a Friday or a Sunday night. I'm so thankful. So I'm really happy to see you all here. Hey there, Denise. Oh, yes, dogs. You can also trip over those, and they also want to get under your feet, don't they? Hey, Cindy and Denise. Two Denises. Two good ones. Hello, Linda. Hi from New York. I don't think we've met. Hi. Or if we have, my apologies. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget when I've met someone before. And then we've got another Linda. Oh, my goodness. It's like 2 by 2 tonight. Yes, I did remember where you were from, Linda. Hey, Gina, nice to see you. Helen, oh my goodness, lots of people popping on. So nice to see everyone. So I'm sorry if I've missed your name, but I will try and get onto, otherwise I'll be saying hello to people all night. So I don't want to do that to you all. I don't have a clear idea of what I'm doing tonight, and actually sometimes that used to make me really frightened, and these days I actually really enjoy it because I know between your suggestions and my ideas we're going to get it together and come up with something amazing, and we always do, right? So I was thinking, what will we create with tonight? I'm going to switch over to my desk so you can see. Here we go. And I thought that we would make something with some sale-a-bration products tonight, because we've only got a couple of weeks left of this. Now, if you're watching from the US and you're probably thinking, hang on, doesn't sale-a-bration end at the end of February? And normally it does, okay? But here in Australia, we didn't get our most of our sale-a-bration items until nearly the end of January. So because of that, they've extended it here in Australia for 2 weeks until the 16th of March. Okay, if you're in New Zealand, Michelle, it's also extended until the 16th of March. So anywhere in the South Pacific. So for that reason, we still get to play with these for another 2 weeks. Okay, and that's really cool. Hi, Jenny. Do you prefer Jen or Jenny? I know the email said Jen, but I'm not quite sure. So Mollymook is such a beautiful place. Yes, it's not very nice. We are trying to keep dry, but that's almost impossible. I dare not show the rest of my craft room because I have like damp clothes and underwear and things draped over the backs of chairs, trying to get things dry because you can't put anything outside, right? The things that won't go in the dryer. So I don't know that Sunny will be joining us tonight because she sent me this morning a picture of her craft room, and the ceiling has basically fallen in from all the rain they've had. Well, that's how I interpreted the photo she sent me, and I don't know what kind of damage she's looking at in there. So said she was still stuck in an SES shelter. And so, Sunny, if you're watching the replay or if you've managed to log on tonight, we are all wishing you well and hoping that things get back to normal for you soon. I'm so sorry that's happening. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, right? You prefer Jenny. Okay, all right. There you go. Denise knows someone in Mollymook. Yeah, it's not good. We've got some terrible flooding here, Gina. So I don't know, there's so many other things going on in the world. Things could be worse. We could be in the Ukraine, but here we are struggling with some incredibly wet weather for the last week or so and a lot of flooding. So yeah, it's been quite bad. But we're not here to talk about the bad stuff, because Sunday nights and Friday nights for me are my escape and I think probably for some of you as well. And that's why, one of the reasons why we craft, right? Because it's a great escape from all the other drama and all the other stuff that's going on in the world. And it just makes you feel good to put your energy and your time and your thoughts into something, into creating something beautiful. And that's really, for me, a big deal. So let's call this a great escape and get into some ideas. So Jenny was asking you, it's actually Denise. It says Marie Denise, I know, but she goes by Denise. So that's, I know, a little bit confusing, but that's just the way it goes. Sometimes people don't use the name, their first name, or don't use the name that's on Facebook sometimes. So okay, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff. I happen to own now, thank goodness, everything that's in here. So I have all of the items sitting right here next to me. And I thought, let's see what people, is there anything people want to see in use that we can play with that might inspire you, or something you're on the fence about and you'd like to see it used? If anyone has anything, so let's go through what's in here. We have the Island Vibe set, the one with the pineapple and the leaves, kind of Hawaiian feel to it. We have Daffodil Afternoon 12 by 12 paper, which is all the yellows and blacks and pinks. We have Catching Butterflies, the little girl chasing the butterflies with her net. We have the Driving By set with the 3 little cars. Great for little boys, this one, I think. Really, really cool. You answered to both. Well, to me, you've always been Denise. Oh, I know, Gina. It helps keep me somewhat sane too, although, you know, some people might like to challenge that. Sunshine and Rainbows paper, which is the one with all the bright colors and the rainbows and the suns, as the name would suggest. Lots of beautiful samples here. We have the Marvelous paper, which this one we've had all the way through Celebration. So we did have this one right from the start. The Otters. So from here on in the catalogue, the stuff up until this page, we didn't have any of the stuff at the start, okay? But for whatever reason, we got the Marvelous paper, the Otters, the Friendly Hello, which is the paper and the DSPN stamps together, the bundle, and the Special Moments stamp set. So those 4 items we were able to get right from the start, but everything else, all the other products that we talked about earlier, these all came in later in January. So, okay, so we have somebody. We have Jody, you've said Catching Butterflies. Okay, well, guess what? That's the only one I think I haven't used yet, so that's probably a good one for us to do, but that does mean I might need to put a couple of these stamps together, but that's okay. Absolutely fine. The other thing that's in there, we have got the Calming Camellia set. I did do some cards with this a couple of weeks ago. Hey, Joan. Special Moments is the one that is just all sentiments. There's usually a sentiment set. Nearly every time in Celebration there's a sentiment set, and quite often they're substantial sentiment sets, which make them worth getting. The Awesome Otters, the Friendly Hello, which is the one with the matching paper, which I have here, which has got some beautiful flowery kind of designs in it. Really, really nice paper. Lots of fresh colours. What else? We've got the Island Vibes and we've got Driving By. So Jody has selected Catching Butterflies, so we're going to start with that. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with this, but we'll work it out. Let's have a look. So it's very, very cute. Okay, so this is a set that I would think you would either want to emboss or colour with this set. And colouring probably kind of seems like the way to go probably. And it's an easy one to colour because there's, you know, it's a line drawing set, but there's not a lot of colouring involved. So for anyone who hasn't seen it before, if you're new to my videos, this is how we put our stamps together. Okay, so they come like this. All right, these Celebration sets I'm using tonight are a gift with purchase. In Australia, when you spend $90, you can pick any of these sets. Okay, except for there's 2 higher value sets which you need the double, so $180 to get the Friendly Hello with the DSP bundle and the Special Moments sentiment sets. All the others so you can get with a $90 order. And I think in the US, I think from memory, I shouldn't be quoting it really, but I believe it's $50 over there. And how much is it in Canada, Gina? Do you know? The camellia is beautiful, isn't it? All right, I'm going to pop the little girl on block E here. she's got a fair bit of space there. And, you know, she needs space to run around because she's catching butterflies. So let's give her some space. Now I stuck it straight on. So now this side is sticky. I turn it over and I'm going to match up. Just make sure I can see it properly. I'm going to match it up so that the design fits right there onto my foam stamp, and now my stamp is together, and when I take them off, the whole lot comes off. See, the whole thing comes off there. So it's ready to go now. Now I think we're also going to need, if she's going to catch butterflies, we better give her some butterflies to catch. So I think that makes sense. And let's take the backs off them. All right, so the butterflies go up this way. And then I've got to find the coordinating sticker. So they're always got to join in the back of the stickers. Okay, so that makes it really easy to put them where you want them to go. Then we peel the whole thing off, so it comes with that sticky bit. And I'm going to use block C. Let's take the backing off that, where the split is. And then we turn this over. Now I'm just making sure I've got them up the right way, and I do. And we'll just put them right on there. And now that one's ready to go. Okay, what are the words in here? Let's see. We've got "You Make My Heart Happy." That's a really nice one. "Celebrate Every Beautiful Thing," or "Collecting Sweet Thoughts of You." They're all nice, but I love this "You Make My Heart Happy." That's something I would actually say. So I think I probably need to do that one. There's also a little single butterfly by itself, which we may want to use that one, because that might be the one she's trying to catch. Then again, maybe she's going for the big. Does anyone know? I know the collective. Does anyone know the collective noun for butterflies? I know that the collective noun for ladybugs is a loveliness, which I've always thought is really, really pretty. But I'm not sure about butterflies. Does anyone know? Anyone get any crafting done this weekend? I did, Michelle, but not as much as I would have liked. Although I've got to say, when I say that, I also did binge watch the first season of Sweet Magnolias on Netflix, because I watched it last year, and the second season has just come out, and I wanted to catch up on the first season again, so it's refreshing my mind before I watch season 2. So that's what I did. Does anyone else like that show? I can recommend it if you like sort of wholesome, sappy kind of small town kind of stuff. It's a really nice, cool little show, and I'm looking forward to catching up on season 2. It's got some not so well known actors in it who also you may have seen them around, like they've been in a few things. But there we go. That one says "You Make My Heart Happy," and that one's together now. All right, so we've put all these together, and I'm going to grab, this is a piece of shimmery white. I think she should probably go landscape, so she's running, and let's see where I would want her to go. She's going to have to go over this side so we can put our butterflies over here. So let's see what we can do. And if we're going to color it, then we're going to have to use water-based ink for the stamping. So shall we go with black, or do you think that's too harsh? Maybe we should go with grey. What do you think? It's good, Gina. I really enjoyed it. A kaleidoscope is a group of butterflies. Thanks, Jean. See? Nothing. At least you didn't hit your head and lose your memory. Obviously, you're good for that. A kaleidoscope says Cherie as well, so that must be right. Sweet Magnolias, you enjoyed it, did you, Jody? See, I watched a bit of Sweet Magnolias today. I watched a couple yesterday, a couple today, and it was nice. My husband he works pretty much every second weekend, and during the week as well, but he gets every second weekend off. And you think the black, Kay? Okay, well, if you think black, let's go with it. If we thought that was too harsh, then the other option I would choose, sometimes it's softer to go with basic grey. All right. Jean's in the US, Jenny, so it's probably a different setup over there. They might not have to stay for 6 hours in emergency. a collection. Well, that would work as well. Huh. A flutter would be another nice word for it. Yes. Who suggested that? Michelle, a flutter or a rainbow of butterflies. All right. Well, I'm going to throw this from this side here. And we're going to have our little girl kind of running. She's looking kind of up towards the right. So that's where we want our butterflies to be, because we want her to be looking in the right direction. There we go. It's not too harsh. It's actually quite all right. And let's try. Is she going to be going after one butterfly or the whole lot? I think she's going after the whole lot. I think this is a girl who wants it all. So she's going to see how many butterflies she can catch. It's not like fishing where you're just happy to get one fish on the end of your hook. You're going to hope for several butterflies. We're not greedy. There we go. Just like that. They're cute. Aren't these cute stamps? So have you got this one, Jody? Is that why you suggested I use it? Or are you thinking about this one? Did you get it already? All right. I think I'm going to give her, let me look. I'm going to use blends. So I'm thinking maybe a yellow dress for her, because yellow is kind of a cute colour for little girls. Or purple. And then I wonder what colour butterflies we'll have. Let's see. I've also got pink, but I only have bright pink. I have petal pink. We could go petal pink if we want her to be lighter. Anyone got any ideas about what colour her dress should be? So you spent all night in emergency. You spent all night. So that was Friday night. Oh no, was it Thursday night your time? It would have been. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just a yucky thing to happen. I'm sorry about that. All right, this is dark Highland Heather and light Highland Heather. I'm going to give her a purple dress, I think. Oh, yellow said. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Jenny and Joan both said purple and they were first. It would look cute pieced with DSP, Cindy. That's a really good idea. Maybe I will do that next time. I don't know. But we'll go with the purple now. So the good thing about blends is that you can sort of, I always start with my darker color and then blend with my lighter color. So I'm actually using the thick end, although really this is all right for an area of this size, but if I get into the fine, like her arms are very thin, I'll definitely use the thinner end for that. All right, so we're going to come in now with our lighter color, and I'm going to sort of circle over the line between the dark and the light, because that's going to blend those two colors together and they're going to look great. All right, it's going to look all blended. I'm going to switch to the other end so I can do some finer work, because this is the thin end of the pen. If you don't have blends, I suggest you probably start with just maybe a couple of colors that you really love to start with. They come in pairs, so you get a dark and a light in a combo pack, and that'll get you started. So, you know, if you have a green and a blue, maybe a pink or a yellow, you can probably make a lot of different colors. Now, what color hair shall I do? Oh, I don't know. But I'm also going to give her, I'm going to use my skin tone blends to give her her face. I'm wondering what color. Today, I mean, we have lots of options, so I just dropped a pen on the floor. Hang on a second, I'll pick it up. Let's see. What color is this? This is the lightest one. I'm thinking maybe going up a little darker. I'm thinking maybe medium light. Let's try that. Bronze for her hair. Okay, that sounds good, Deb. I like that idea too. Oh, you can absolutely copy the card, Jenny. No problems. I hope you think it's worth copying at the end. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be nice. All right, so these colors that are in the skin tone blends are they're different tones. They're not like a dark and a light like the other blends that we have. And I'm just going to kind of lightly go up towards her. So let's see. This one's going to be a little, this is a little darker. So maybe a little bit of shadow underneath her. Let me go back to the first one. I'm going to use this one now to blend. Okay. And then we said bronze for her hair. Okay, let's have a look. I think this is bronze. So she's going to be a brunette, this girl. I'm going to use my thin end because quite a few of these strands of hair are thinner. If we wanted to, we could use some of the skin tone blends, some of the darker ones, to also add some highlights to her hair, like some shadows, which would also look quite nice. So who loved to colour when you were little? Anybody? I remember liking it, and I remember, you know, developing a little bit of a technique with my, we talked about this once before, didn't we, with my Derwent pencils that I was never allowed to have, but I borrowed somebody else's. And always my technique was to go darker around all the lines and then colour more lightly in the middle. That was kind of my little, oh, I've got a cramp on my hand. That's no good. Let me get rid of that. Oh, that's not good, Jenny. Yeah, whinge over, I know, but sometimes you just got to get it out and then it's done, right? All right, I've just missed a few comments. You guys are too quick for me. I need someone to read the comments for me, don't I? That's exactly what Cindy said earlier, Cherie. It said someone cut her dress from DSP. And yeah, that's what Cindy was talking about earlier when she said you could use paper piecing for the dress. I did that with the girls out of the, what's it called? The In the Moment stamp set. I did some of these and I did their dress, the dress in this girl. Well, actually, I made it a shirt and a skirt, but I did a paper pieced piece, and I also gave her paper piecing on her shirt here, and it looked really, really cool. I really, really love that. I love that technique. And we did it a couple of weeks ago, the paper piecing technique. Do you remember with the combi? I think that part's still here. I'm pretty sure it is. Look, see the paper piercing technique to make the combi look like it's a flower power, peace, love, and mung beans kind of thing from the 60s or 70s or something. All right. I'm just missing a tiny, tiny little bit of skin just there. All right. So, I guess she doesn't just have a face coloured. We also need to colour her neck and her hands and her feet. And she's barefoot, so we haven't got to worry about shoes. There we go. Looking good. I'll bring her up close so you can see. Can you see? It's very cute. You could change it out for a kite or a balloon. In fact, very easily she could be, you know, you could have masked off the net and put a balloon there instead, and that would look really cute for a birthday card, don't you think? I think that's a really good idea. As you can see, I'm quite behind on the comments. Oh, hey, Wendy, just saw you there. How are you? I know Queensland's got it much worse than we have. I think you started with the tropical cyclone, didn't you? And then we're getting, is this the aftermath of one of the cyclones up north? Which one is it? Who do we blame? Yes, I was a very fussy colourer when I was young too, but I always enjoyed it. Always loved to colour. Oh, that's a good idea. Good idea, Judy, with a compass. Yes. I'm just going through and looking to see if there's any questions or anyone has any comments that I need to take note of. I mean, I take note of all of them, but sometimes I have to read them after because I can't keep up with them through the actual live. You could put spots on her dress. That would be really cute. That's a good idea for another card. I'm not going to do it today, but another day. I think that's a great idea. All right, so what have we got here? We've got Mango Melodies. So you know what? I'm using Mango Melody. This color is no longer a blend. You can't buy this color anymore. Now, on that note, we have a new catalog coming up in May, which means April will be our retiring month, right? And that's important because that means a lot of items, they'll be listed as retiring and they'll be available until they sell out. And we've talked about it before, but can you remember what I said? That the very first thing to sell out is, do you remember? The very first thing to sell out is the refills of the current in colors that are retiring. Okay, so what colors are retiring? It's Bumblebee, Misty Moonlight, Just Jade, Cinnamon Cider, and Magenta Madness. Those are the colors. Yep, re-inkers and cardstock. Exactly. All the things that are retiring, usually starting with those things. Now, you know, may make a liar out of me, and it might not go in that order, but they absolutely will sell out. So my suggestion is, if you have any of those colors and you're short on cardstock, or you haven't got the re-inkers yet for your inks, get them now before they go and hit the retiring list, so that you don't miss out. Every single time I have somebody the day after say, oh no, I needed to get those, and I say, I'm so sorry, they're gone. And I hate people telling stuff. Yes, you must, Gina, you must. I hate people not getting the message that that they need to get their re-inkers. And now I'm going to use Pool Party, and I'm actually going to use the darker Pool Party for the net, which might seem like a bit of a funny choice, but I want it to stand out. And you don't even have to be, you know, precise with it. Then I use my light Pool Party just to zip around the outside of pretty much everything, because it makes it all pop. So if you haven't used this technique, I just zip around my image. You can use, if you're not confident to use the big end, you can use the small end. It just helps them pop away off the page. Pool Party or Mint Macaron both work for this. Or if you're trying to get a bit of a shadow going, Smoky Slate is also a good color for it. There we go. So this is a pretty simple little card, right? Just stamping, coloring. I did want to talk to you about something tonight. Because Sale-a-bration is going for another 2 weeks, it's not too late for me to talk to you about the fact that if anyone is thinking of joining as a demonstrator, or even if you're not, if you have a big order or you have a whole bunch of things on your wish list that you want to get over the next couple of months, then my suggestion is this is a really good time, because you get 2 free stamp sets on top of your awesome deal that is the kit. But that's the price stuff, okay? I don't think that that's really the important stuff. The important stuff, as far as I'm concerned, is the value, not the price. Now let me see. Is this going to go? Yeah, it kind of does, because we've used these colors. I'm just going to have a little play, because I'd like to add, and we've also got some blue. In fact, that's maybe nicer. Yeah, I like that. This is actually the paper I used when I did the paper piecing for that girl's shirt that I mentioned earlier. All right, let's bring this in. Now, you wouldn't have to do this, but this is something I like to. I just think it looks really nice. I'm going to make it a bit over 3 centimeters, or about 1 1/4 inches wide, or should I do 1 1/2? No, 1 1/4 I think will be fine. So what's 3.3 centimeters roughly? You know what? I'm going to go up to 3 1/2, because I can always cut it down. Let's see how much that is. Is that too much? Oh, it's not. You know, that's about right. And I'm going to make this 9.5 long. And I'm going to pop this piece right here because it's very, very cute. And we just love it. And grab some adhesive. Just going to whack on some seal. That's cute. Now we need to have a sentiment that's going to be right here. Just looking to see if I've got any pre-cut pieces. I might, you know. We'll see. I usually have like pieces left over from other cards and projects and things. So I have a nice circle, but it's the wrong color. That's actually vanilla, not white. I mean, I can cut a new circle, but why do that if I've already got one cut already? Let me have a quick look. I don't seem to have a lot of pieces. Oh, here you go. This one might work. Let's see. Is this too big? It might be too big. I think it's a little bit too big. It is. That's a shame because that would have worked quite well if it was just that little bit smaller, right? Plus, it's not quite the right color either because this is shimmery white and this is basic white. Can you see the difference? Can you see this is just not quite right against the shimmery white? Yeah, possibly the label punch. Everyday label. That's a really versatile one. Just gonna grab it. That's this one here. So let's have a try of that and see. And let me see what I've got. I've got some. Well, this piece here is shimmery white. So let me go in here and see if that's going to work because I think it's probably around the right size. Yeah, that's a good size. I think that's good. But you know what? It's not right for this sentiment. So I'm going to pick a different one. So now we get to choose. Celebrate every beautiful thing or collecting sweet thoughts of you. They're both nice. Or I could pick something off the special moments set. We've got so many sets to pick from. That's the thing. So many. There's some nice ones here. You know, for someone who is wonderful in each and every way, that would be nice. Just a card to say you're amazing. You know what? I don't have the hippo set, Cherie. That's one I've never had. Celebrate. We could do a celebrate, although there isn't one in here, I don't think. Is there? Let me I'm just reading quickly through. We've got congratulations. I think you're wonderful. Hang in there. Right. Let's pull that out. Doorbell color around the edge. I agree. The special moments one, yes, Jenny, it is. Yeah, so you spend 180 and this is one of the choices you can choose for free. So you can either get two $90 ones or one of the $180 ones if you're spending that kind of money. So there you go. Collecting sweet thoughts, said Katrina. All right, I'm trying to go back up. You're too quick for me, guys. All right. Collecting sweet thoughts of you. It's this one. Quickly pop that there. Collecting sweet thoughts of you. Take the back off. Peel it off. Put it on a block. Go this way. Take off the back. And then pop it on here. Now the only thing I need to make sure I do, and I'm thinking we'll pick a color out of here, possibly Gorgeous Grape, because that's a darker version of Highland Heather, possibly. Either that or I just realized I lent Gorgeous Grape to somebody and they have returned it, but I haven't put it back in its spot yet. So I guess Highland Heather it is. Silly me. All right. Now something, if I've just put a stamp together and I don't quite trust myself, I like to use my grid paper to line it up as if it was straight on my grid and make sure that it stamps straight. And see, that doesn't quite, it's a little bit skewed to the right. The right hand side is higher than the bottom, so that means I didn't quite put it on straight. Let's see, but I did a pretty good job of putting it on there. So we will daub around the edges as was suggested, deciding what colour daubing. I've got lots and lots of daubers sitting around here. But I can either use a dauber that I've opened before, or I can open a brand new one. Yeah, let's go brand new one. And should we use the purple or the Pool Party? Did you say Pool Party? I think somebody, yes, Jody, you said Pool Party, I think. All right, so let's go with that. And then I want you to also put your thinking caps on as I'm finishing up this card, because we're going to do one more with a sale-a-bration set, and I'm waiting for you guys to tell me which one you would like me to use. Now I have realized something this card needs, and that is a bit of bling, right? And we've got a couple of blingy things, and I've got an idea. A couple of things we can do with this. So this is cute, just like that. Collecting sweet thoughts of you. Let's see, I'm missing some comments. Dauber colour around the edge. Yep, we did. Bling, that's right, Jody. Absolutely. And fresh freesia would look good too, Jean. I'm sorry I missed your comment there. Driving by, says Katerina. And so did Megan. So that looks like a popular choice. I have really enjoyed the driving by set. It's super, super cute. But here's a bit of bling that we can add to this card. And let's grab our... I'm going to pop this probably at about the, I don't know, an 1/8 of an inch or something. Really tiny, tiny little slither of paper. And we're going to make it 9.5, which is the same width as the paper, the DSP piece. So I've now got myself a little strip of that beautiful iridescent Pool Party. For anyone who hasn't noticed in the catalogue, this is listed in the catalogue as blue. It is absolutely not blue. It is iridescent Pool Party. And I just realised I've got a little bit of a mark on that. That's all right. So when you wanted to adhere this stuff, I recommend that you grab yourself out a silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat, these things are awesome. Love, love, love them. Use them all the time. And one of the reasons I love them is because your adhesive does not stick to it. So you're not left with a sticky mess after you adhere a little tiny slither of paper. If you do this on your paper here, on your scrap paper, you're left with the sticky bits that went over the edge. But when you do it on the mat, there's nothing left. It just does not stick there. It's great. All right, so I'm going to put this right here on this edge to give us a little bit of bling, because that looks really cute. Can you see it there? And then I'm going to add some dimensionals behind this. Just 2 is probably going to be enough. If you are a dimensional fiend, then you will add 4, 1 in each corner, but I'm just going with 2 today. And let's pop that there. Now I managed to get a bit of, oh no, that's okay. Then I've also got, because you know you can never have too much bling, we are also going to have some iridescent rhinestones as well. So where shall we put those? I think maybe a medium-sized one down here, and then a little one up near these big butterflies, and a larger one down here in the corner. There we go. Now I'm going to be putting this on, I haven't got a piece right now, but just so you guys know, on a piece of Pool Party, and I will post this a little later today, and it's quite cute. Came up really, really nice. Very simple little card, but a bit of fun with the colouring. She looks like she's happy chasing her butterflies, and I'm sure she's going to treat them very humanely once she does catch them, because she seems like a nice girl. Okay, so thank you. Thanks, Gina. Thanks, Cherie. Thank you very much. All right. So somebody said driving by for our next one, right? That's the way we wanted to go for the next one. Okay, let's do that. And like, seriously, when I start out, when you guys are throwing suggestions at me, like tonight, there's a couple of reasons why. One is because I had a big afternoon. I had to drive up to Beresfield, which is about north of here, an hour north, to pick up my son. That's the meeting spot for his dad and I. And so that kind of wipes out my afternoon when I have to do that. And then I find I'm just that little bit behind. So sometimes when I come into a live, I'm not as organized as I'd like to be, and I don't have as many ideas in my head as I'd like to. And I think, well, that's okay. You guys can help me sort it out. So there you go. It is a happy card. I agree. All right, let's get this cleaned up from our first project. And let's pull out driving by, because that's the one we're going to go with next. I've done a couple of cards with the driving by set. It's another set that lends itself really well to colouring. My daughter's name is Emma. Can we use the card with the balloons? Yes, that's very specific. Why not? Let's do that. Let me get these couple of stamps away. Back into the Catching Butterfly set. So on the days that I haven't had as much time to think about what I'm doing with my live, or, you know, I've been binge watching Netflix and, you know, not doing what I should have been doing, then it's just let's make it up as we go along, and I'm not even going to be ashamed about that. That's fine, because then I feel like I'm crafting with you. Oh, that's a good idea with the Give It a Whirl dies. Great idea, Kay. Ah, you got this one this week, Judy. That's cool. I take it your order arrived. That's awesome. Was it exciting? Was it like Christmas? I'm just going to move those blends out of the way for now. I think I've told some of you this story before, but the very first thing I ever bought way back in 2006 when I first joined was the Stampin' Scrub and the matching mist. Okay, that's what I bought, my very first thing, before I became a demonstrator. And that's all I bought. The very next thing I bought was the demonstrator kit. And I started to talk about this before, and it's kind of important to me that the demonstrator kit is not about the price of the demonstrator kit, in my opinion. Yes, I did drop a purple blend on the floor. You are correct. I'll get it. I'll get it later. Really what the kit is about, as far as I'm concerned, is value, and value trumps price every single time, okay? And it's about, are you getting the value? And we're not just talking about the value that's in the kit. Like, what does that kit get you? It gets you a community of crafters who love Stampin' Up and all the stuff that we love to do. It gets you specials. It gets you early access to products. It gets you catalogs before anyone else gets them. So there's lots and lots of perks, okay? It gets you a discount. It gets you commission. It gets you all kinds of things. And a lot of people say, oh, but do I have to do parties? No, actually you don't. You can just do it for yourself if you want to. And that's what probably I would say 90% of people do it to get the discount. But there are some people like myself who do it to earn a little bit of money as well. And that's kind of a cool thing as well. So that's part of the value, if that's something you've ever thought about. All right, here's our driving by. If you're interested in anything about that, just send me a private message, okay? I would love to have you join my team. Absolutely love it. I know it's not something that everyone wants to do, but that is okay, you know, and that's the good thing about it. It's always your choice, always, okay? It's always about what you need and what you want, and for you to get the best value you can, to maximize your value. That's the most important thing. You've never done a party with Stampin' Up, and you've been the demonstrator how many years, Jenny? I did a lot of parties in my early days. So we did paper piercing with the combi. The combi's still my favorite stamp, but I think it was Megan that said that you would like Christmas on a Stick, says Judy. Absolutely. The card with the balloons, all right, which says birthday to me. Does that say birthday to you? Let's see. So I'm going to put this on block D, which is a good size. And what shall we do with it? That is the big question. We also have, this could be birthday or Christmas with all the presents on top. Could be anything really, any occasion. I've done the combi with palm trees to make it like a tropical scene. Love, and this could also be a love bug. Plus you can also, if you want to, mask off the presents so you've just got the bug. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of different things you can do with it. But let's get this going. And I'm thinking maybe we should get some DSP involved in this as well. Hey Wendy, how are you going? All right, let's see. Shall I start? Let's start with some, this is just basic white paper. And shall we go portrait or shall we go landscape? Because I'm thinking maybe landscape, probably. And I'm deciding whether we've got our car going towards something or away from something. I think we're going to go this side. And we could colour it with watercolours. Even though I'm not using watercolour paper, we could go down that track. Or I've got my blends out. We could certainly colour it. There's not a lot of colouring in this, so we can colour it with blends. So let's go. Let's see what happens. What kind of car is this? It's a little, I don't know, kind of a James Bond little car, isn't it? But with the balloons. The balloons takes away the James Bond vibe, I must say. No parties, but lots of classes and stamp camps. Yep, I do classes and stamp camps. And very occasionally, I have a couple of groups who like to do workshops, as we call them. We tend to call them workshops rather than parties. And they will do, every now and then, they'll do like a group one. And they'll share the hostess benefits or something like that. I'm thinking Poppy Parade, which is a orange red, might be a good color for this is the dark and this is the light. Double checking. Yep. So let's start with that. Because, you know, red cars go faster and all that kind of stuff, right? I mean, we could pick another color, but yeah, can't help myself. I was thinking red. Oh, Aston Martin, that's the car. I couldn't think of the name. That's the one. You got who's the James Bond person? Well, see, Jean, you've only been a demonstrator slightly less long than I have. I've been a demo since, I think I said before, since 2006. September 2006 I joined. I'm going to use the other end because that's a little bit, that's better. So I always start with the dark and then go over it with my light and let my light one do the blending work. Now I'm actually realizing that I would like to use, this is Poppy Parade like I said, but I'd like to use one that's in better shape. The thick end of that one is is a little bit dry. So I've got another set here. So here's my light one and here's my darker. Yeah, that's much better. So is watching someone else therapeutic or is it a little bit slow, a little bit boring? What do you think? There we go. And then I think maybe, well, we better get ourselves some black tires. I'm going to use my thin one. Believe it or not, there's a dark black and a light black. I don't know that they're all that different. I mean, black is black, right? But one's maybe a little bit more like grey. It is therapeutic watching someone else, you mean, or doing it yourself? I mean, doing it yourself definitely is therapeutic. Absolutely. Yeah, see, I can't see much difference between light black and dark black, to be honest. See, and I can't help myself. I go a bit quiet when I'm colouring. It's probably, I was thinking, you know, maybe while I colour I can talk to you about this or that, but, you know, to be honest, I find I get a little bit mesmerised by the colouring. And I'm going to use my little one again. This is So Saffron, this yellow. Is this light or dark? That's the dark, believe it or not. I feel like I need a darker colour. There we go. And a navy maybe? Maybe navy, maybe Bermuda Bay would be a good colour. What colours should we have? Maybe orange. So here's another colour. This colour is, oh no, this is Shaded Spruce. The colour that is going soon is Just Jade. So this is a colour, another colour that's going to be retiring, part of our in colour colours. So once again, we have blends. The Bumblebee does not come in blends. In fact, blends I think are a little bit low in the yellow department. I wonder if they're going to give us some more yellow, maybe. There we go. And the last one, what colour will we make it? I think blue. But I'm just deciding which blue. Navy, maybe. Now, the other thing you could do that would look really good, I'm not going to do it tonight, but you could paint this and then cut it out and pop it on top of something else. And I think that would look really good. All right, now I feel like it needs a road or something to be traveling on. One of the things we could do would be like add with a, say, grey, like a smoky slate, add a ground underneath. That would look good. But in this case, I'm thinking maybe we'll add a piece of DSP. Let me grab it. I was thinking maybe the Altogether paper would look good. But I am, believe it or not sure what I've done with that. Obviously, I've put it somewhere because it's not where it's supposed to be. Oh, yes it is. I just couldn't see it. While I'm down here, I shall pick up that purple blend. Megan, you'll feel better now. So an option would be to, you know, put a piece of this across because that would look really nice. The black and white paper is always a winner. Always, always. Okay. And there are so many options. You know, we could add some stripes, some dots, all kinds of things. But I'm thinking either this paper here with the dots and the, you know, like a slither of that across the bottom, or I could go with this paper here on the back, like checks. They're both nice. Yes, well, you know what, Michelle, I need to get myself some more blends because I'm actually quite short on what I've noticed. I've got quite a few gaps in my colors and I need to fill those gaps in. All right, so I'm going to go with about 1/4 of an inch, so just over 1/2 centimeter, and I'm going to pop this piece right along here. That's about right. Or I could turn it over and use, which one do you think? Do we like the cross hatch design? It does look cute with that. I mean, you can't go wrong with black and white. Seriously, if ever you're wondering what to do, you know what, I'm liking this one. I think this is nice. Do you agree? Let's try. That one says Katarina, but I don't know which one you meant. That's the problem. By the time I see your comments, there's quite a delay, which is very frustrating for me and for you. By the time I see your comments, I don't know which one you're referring to. So the cross says Jody. Right. So I'm just going to put my Tombow right along that. We're just going to put that right there at the bottom this. Now, I'm thinking we need to get some good old blending brushes going in the top half of this. So let me pull out, I'm thinking maybe Balmy Blue and Night of Navy, maybe Misty Moonlight, another one of our retiring colours. I know it's early for me to be talking about colours retiring, but I think it's important because I don't want you guys to miss out. Okay, so I am going to keep talking about them. And you really can create, you just said it looks great, Jody. You can create so much very, very simply just by, adding a bit of colour, a bit of DSP. So I'm just going to make kind of a sky here. And I think we should bring our cloud punch in, and we're going to have some stuff going on up here in the sky. So let's I've been a bit rough with the blending, but I am going to even it up, don't you worry. Just about to burst into song. I was still thinking about that Sweet Magnolias soundtrack, that theme song. I've heard it a few times in the last couple of days. That's what happens when you binge watch something, hey? It's been the weather for it, right? All right, so you can see it's not quite even, but that's okay. It kind of adds to the look of the sky. Yes, I agree. I was thinking the same. I'm thinking I might put a couple of clouds, Wendy, and put the sentiment on one of them. So I think I'll go Misty Moonlight next. I'm deciding whether or not I want to go as dark as Night of Navy, but Misty Moonlight is like a good alternative. It's not as dark. So we're going to add some more color up here, which means our white clouds are going to stand out more. We still have that bit of iridescent pool party bling glimmer paper that we had a moment ago. And I'm thinking a cloud made with that might be good too. All right, we're going to have to have a couple of clouds, I think. So who's got some grandsons or kids that, like little boys that would love cars? I spoke to Bronwyn tonight, Jody, and she's getting ready to head your way. Oh my goodness. South Australia's, well, New South Wales's loss is South Australia's gain. How about that? That's what I think. Okay, this is kind of looking cute. Can't help it. I'm gonna have to go up to navy. I just need to. I want to just do this right on the very edge though. Very, very edge. So just very, very tiny bit at the top. So when you're blending, start with your lightest color and gradually move up to your darker colors. It's a nice way to put a sky together. Your youngest grandson would like this, Nari. How old is he? A grand cat, Mr. Noodles. I like the sound of Mr. Noodles. What color is Mr. Noodles? Oh, see, I had to wait because I just haven't had time to go back and watch season 1, and I needed to remember everything that happened in the lead up to the end, the finale. All right, so let me grab my cloud punch. Here it is here. And I've got some of this gorgeous, gorgeous iridescent pool party paper. Love, love, love this paper. I don't know whether I'm going to want 3 or just 2, but I'll cut 3 and then we'll see where it takes us. Let me see. Have I got any more basic white paper hanging around here on the desk. If not, I'll have to grab some. Oh no, I do. I have some right here. Oop, there goes the cloud. All right, so let me see where I would like to put these. Maybe one off the edge here. Something like that, I'm thinking. I still feel like we need something here, and I haven't decided what. Having a little think about that. Maybe, I mean, we could do the palm tree thing. That might work. We have some very cute palm trees. Although I'm sure there's something else that I need to use. Anybody have any ideas? Do you think it looks all right just as it is? Or do you think we need to have... I mean, I could put a sentiment here, but I really like the idea of putting a sentiment on the cloud. So I think Night of Navy will be the colour for this. And we've got, in this set, we've got Driving By Just to Say Hi, which is cute. You've got Style. But yeah, let's go with Driving By Just to Say Hi. I mean, it matches the card very well. I've got block B here for this one. Oh, yes, the cloud dies from the rainbow set would be very nice also, the rainbow paper. It's called Sunshine and Rainbows. I love that paper. Really, really love it. I made a card last night that I didn't really like. I posted it anyway. Some of you may have seen it. It's an acetate card, and I don't know why I didn't like it, really, but I just didn't. But I thought, you know what? That's what I was working on today. Oh, no. I made a mess. I overstamped. Right. So the easier way to do this, rather than trying to concentrate on getting it on the cloud, check your page, check your stamp, put it on the paper, and then use your cloud punch to punch it out. That's the easier way to do it. I was doing it the not so easy way to do it. That's easy fixed. All right, I'm going to put this down first. You could use seal, you could use Tombow, you could use glue dots, whatever you like to attach these, but I'm just going to use some seal just because it's quick. And I'm just popping this over the edge, and I'm going to do the same with this one. So it's actually going off the edges of my paper. And then this little guy, I'm going to pop him on dimensionals. Now, does he need to be... Usually I sponge everything, but I don't know if I do want to actually... I think I want the cloud not sponge, just showing against the background. So I'm not going to sponge my cloud. A sun. Yeah, maybe a sun. If I was going to do a sun, I'd probably have it sort of behind the cloud, but I'm deciding whether a saying, says Judy, but we're going to have the saying on the cloud. Do you think we need anything, or do you think we're good? Let's turn this over and cut off the excess here. So I am looking tomorrow, hopefully, at sending a newsletter. For anyone who's on my newsletter list, I'll get that out tomorrow. I have got a tutorial bundle that's been going all month for February, and it's all the sale-a-bration items, the things that I've used tonight, plus all the others, in a bundle of, like, it's a PDF. It's written by, I believe I think there's 14 of us. Don't hold me to that. I think that's the right number. Certainly 13, if not 14 of us that have all contributed and designed a card, written out full instructions, full measurements, everything. You can buy it. It's usually quite substantial, like anywhere between 80 and 100 pages a month. You can purchase it for 25 Australian dollars, or if you're placing an order with me by the end of tomorrow and it's $60 or more, you will get that as a gift with purchase for free. Well, it's not for free. You placed an order, but you'll get it as a gift with purchase. So if you have already placed an order with me this month, and I can see a couple of people who are here today that have, you will automatically receive that PDF. If you're in my team and you took part in the team challenge, it was a color challenge this month, you'll also get one. Okay, and if you don't have either of those things going on but you'd like it, you certainly can purchase it for 25 Australian dollars. And there's a PayPal button on my account, or you can send me a message and we will sort that out for you. So, all right, so I'm deciding whether this would be best on a Night of Navy piece of paper. That's an option. Or whether it would be better on a pool party piece of paper. So if it's going on Night of Navy, it's going to be on this color, and then I would need to put a white insert inside. It would look really nice on the Night of Navy. Another option now, I've got some new things coming along next month. We have got a couple of really good specials coming next month, and because sale-a-bration isn't over here yet, you will be able to combine those specials with sale-a-bration, so that's kind of cool. Do we like it better on the, I think I like it on the balmy blue. What do you guys think? You said navy. Sorry, I meant balmy blue. Did I say pool party? You like the Night of Navy? Oh, everyone's saying navy. Okay, all right. Then we'll go with the navy. But yeah, this is, do you know pool party? You said it's not your favorite color, but it probably is one of my absolute favorite colors. I use it a lot, and I'm hoping I didn't cause any issues by saying that, but yeah, I just love pool party. I just think it's beautiful, but please forgive me if that's not your favorite, because yeah, I just find it's useful for skies, it's useful for all kinds of things. It just, yeah, it's a really versatile color. Right, better actually put the glue on that, but I really should have folded this first, and then I'm realizing as I'm folding it, it's a little bit big. It's not quite card size. It needs to be 14.8 or 14.85, so it's a little bit long. There we go, that's better, but now it's right. Let's pop that just there, and it's a simple little card. It's nothing, you know, nothing amazing. We could add some bling to that as well if we wanted to, but I think, you know, the fact we've got a couple of sparkly cards. Do we think it's okay just as it is? You don't think I need anything, Megan? You think it's okay? We all do have different likes, and that's okay. That's what makes the world go round. There's lots and lots of different people who love different things, and I think that's a good thing. All right. So how do we go tonight? Does everyone like what we came up with? Do you like the cards we made tonight? Considering I had no idea what we were going to make, and we made it all up on the spot between you guys and me, I think we did pretty good. And I'm actually very, very happy with that. So there we go. I will post both the cards and we'll pop them up on both Instagram and Facebook. And I hope you love them, because I think it's really nice to just create something with, you know, a bit of colour. Just a bit of simple stamping and a bit of color. We didn't even use our cut and emboss machine tonight. We used punches, but we didn't use cut and emboss. So there you go. You like them both? Good. You could use them for kids. That's definitely true, Deb. Yep. Oh, thank you. Okay, so what's going on this week? This is the last, as tomorrow is the last day of February. So the last day of the month to get that that bundle, the tutorial bundle that I'm doing. Next month we have some new specials coming, which I will have in my newsletter. For those of you who are on my newsletter list, they'll be there. If you are someone who has just happened upon me here tonight, please subscribe to the channel, okay? Either the YouTube channel, or you can like the Facebook page. And thank you very much for coming, and thank you for sharing your beautiful creative ideas with me so that I can come up with beautiful creative things. Okay, I love spending my Friday night and Sunday nights with you guys. All right, stay dry, stay safe, and I will be back at the end of the week. Bye-bye.